All right, it's a Monday morning. Good morning and welcome to all our viewers all around the world. I hope your weekend was pleasant. You're welcome to Landslide News. Okafor and Philip are here this morning to look at so many issues with me. Welcome, guys.
Good morning.
How was the weekend?
Oh, it was splendid.
Okay. You guys are wearing blues. It looks very nice.
Thank you.
Okay, Okafor, let me start with you. Nigeria has become a battleground for international communities. You know, interest is at the bane of everything that we do. Whether it's America, whether it's Iran, whether it's Iraq, all of them interest. There's something you always say that I look into very well. You say you've never seen China shoot a gun in another country.
Yeah. So it's something we have to understand that if China is your ally, you don't have an ally. You got to put that out of the way. If China is your ally, you don't have an ally. I don't want to go into Goodluck, Jonathan, how Goodluck, work with Chinese and all that. But at the end of the day, they betrayed him. Part of the leagues of those that betrayed him. But let's not get into that. First of all, whenever you see these international voices, Nigerians has to be worried about them. Because these international voices all are acting for their own interest. None. Not America, not Iran, not China, not even Russia is acting for Nigerian interest. So immediately we understand this, then we are good to go. Now, why they are carrying out their interests, some of their interests aligns with ours. For example, let's take them bit by bit. China's interest, ferrying, using chopper, using helicopter to come into our territory, work together with the bandits to ferry out our resources is not in the interest of Nigeria. That alone has taken over our sovereignty. Our sovereignty is impaired. Now, it is unfortunate that people who are not speaking up didn't recognize that and they think they accepted that. Two, America is not also coming for our interests. But some of their interests aligns with our interests, which is the right of Nigerians to be alive, whether Christian or Muslim. They just happen to have talked about Christians. The right to live, the right to be alive is what is also Nigerian interest. And it also happened to be part of the American interest. But is that the only thing stimulating America to come to Nigeria? The singular answer is no. One, it could be with their fight against China taking virtually everything free here, and also their actions is helping to embolden and fund these terrorists. Senator Adams Oshomola made it clear. He said it. It's not in the. It's something in the open,
and nobody countered it.
And nobody countered that till today. Now they are doing that successfully. That is against American interests because these terror groups are growing. They start from one, they move to two. They begin to get funding. And also, China is growing in capacity almost at free cost against America. You understand? Yeah. So, America needs to destroy that terror and also hold China accountable on the resources they are taking away. That is, in a way, Americans' interest. Right. Because terror group cell can be anywhere. Right. So, look at Russia and all that. The only thing remarkable is we suddenly realize that there are some Nigerians who are happy and okay with bandits taking over our territory. The only problem they have is America coming to fight those terrorists. Yes, we agree that America coming will also have some breach of integrity, but they didn't say they are just going to come. They say, oh, if the government fails to act. So the common denominator of all this is government failure. If government performs today, this discussion we're having will be of no use.
That's where our opinion, because it's a systemic failure that is in bringing these things in. Now, Philip, we've seen China. I don't know how much you know about that foreign policy. During the Civil War, China, they pepped us with giving us a Jakarta Steel Company. I can tell you till today, Jakarta Steel Company has not been completed because the technology did not come internally. Now, interest is at the bane of everything that these foreign people do. The Nigerian government has failed are the one bringing this interest? It has now become like religious, ethnicity. How can we get out of it?
You see, when you said Nigeria is becoming a battleground for international community or international interest, I refuse to agree to that. Nigeria is not a battleground for international interest, but Nigeria had made themselves, a battleground for international interest. How? The government had failed in their primary responsibility of providing, security of lives and properties and exposing our citizenry to danger. And this is where the America relying on their laws that allow them to be, to police the war in terms of securing lives and property, especially when, lives and property are being destroyed in quantum that you unimaginable. What has happened here is this: government of Nigeria that was supposed to be responsible for the security of the Nigeria territory, thereby providing security for her citizens and their properties, had failed. And since 2019 date, the death rate, the numbers of life lost to insecurity, to banditry, to kidnapping is alarming. The figures are out there. And the government had not in any way tried to show that they are performing their role, especially when they allow the likes of Gumi to say that bandits are our brothers, and it's like a cancer in the brain that you must handle with care. But when it is the turn of the bandit to kill Nigerians, to burn churches, they are no longer, it's a brain cancer that to be handled with care. So they have the right, to treat. The failure is this: the Nigerian constitution is not applicable to all, as it were, because from what we've seen in Gumi's speech, the criminals in the north, or rather the Islamic who are criminal, who are the bandits, who are the kidnappers, are the law that governs them is different from the law that governs other people in the other part of the country. That is why the social human rights body had said that the federal government, if they mean business, if they don't want Nigeria to be a battleground, Gumi should be arrested. And once Gumi is arrested, this issue of banditry and insecurity will be a thing of the past. A cleric from the north also speaking said that, look, Gumi is the nerve of the banditry. Get him arrested. Show to the world that you are doing something meaningful. You allow Gumi to say all manner of things and nothing happen. It's even advising you to severe relationship with America. Like I said, what has America done wrong? In fact, America had never said that they are coming to attack Nigeria. We must get it correctly. They never threatened to invade Nigeria. What America said through their president was that, look, if Nigeria failed to handle the issue of security as it affects her citizenry, they will help to exterminate the terrorists. They will come after them and flush them out. It's different from we're coming to take over your territory. That's why sometimes when they talk about sovereignty, do we still have sovereignty when the banditry has, impaired our sovereignty? So the thing is that it is not the international community that is making Nigeria a battleground. It is the Nigerian government is making Nigeria a battleground, and that the people fail to understand. Maybe they don't comprehend what the tweet Donald Trump tweeted amount to. He didn't say it's attacking Nigeria, it's invading Nigeria. It's coming after those elements that is making life unbearable in this country.
Now, I wanted to pick it from where you stopped from. Yeah. You started talking about the government itself. Every government have. You said the right of every government is to protect its citizens. We have not been protected. The failure of this government is now making these poachers, international poachers, to look at Nigeria as a preying ground. The government, what should they do?
You see, this moment is the time that we have to come clean about our nation. What do we want as a nation? Is it national development? Or I want where everybody in Nigeria should become a Christian? Or I want where everybody in Nigeria should become an atheist? Or I want where everybody in Nigeria should start worshiping African gods? Or whatever. Do we all as Nigerians have common national goal. If we all have common national goal, this government has utterly failed the people. Starting from 2009, yes, why people were not talking about Jonathan's time? Because there was sincere effort to fight them. People took over our territory unknown to us. Jonathan, no other government has ever had that kind of experience. So it took Jonathan a while to handle. America, as at that time, under Obama, we should separate this, because I saw Pastor Femi making a very general, deceptive statement, unfortunately, from a pastor, one Pastor Femi in Lagos.
Lazarus.
Is it unfortunately, from a pastor who was saying that. I don't know what is behind it. But thank God that you saw people like Felani Olaku's son trying to lay some facts out. Under Obama, refused to say arm to Jonathan.
Yes.
That policy was reversed under first tenure of Trump, and arms was sold to Buhari, but it was never.
What did we see there?
It was never used. So let's come. If we as Nigerians have accepted that our problem is national development, not how to determine for another person the gods to worship, because you see, this thing we are trying to underplay is the easiest way to destroy Nigeria, not Nnamdi Kanu. Who is even following Nnamdi Kanu? Nnamdi Kanu is not controlling any territory. There's no local government in Nigeria under Nnamdi Kanu, but there are local governments in Nigeria today under bandits. And we have Nigerians who were comfortable and are comfortable with that. They are cheerfully coming out of the street to protest. Let us discuss Nigeria. Let us discuss this country.
They are sponsors.
They are coming out
because if they are not being sponsored, what is the government of that state doing?
They are comfortable with bandits. I've never had them come to protest against bandits controlling our territory. I've never had them come out to protest that Gumi, an Islamic cleric, that Saudi Arabia banned from entering Saudi Arabia. To let you know how terrible that
is. There's a lone voice in the
north.
They
didn't. I'm coming. They didn't protest about that. But Trump, who said government should act in protection of the citizens, or
they will do something.
They are protesting. Maybe they should direct their protest to the government to act. Trump is not saying we are coming immediately. Maybe they are worried about the way plan was already in the front of Donald Trump in case he wants to act. That's how government should work.
There's a lone voice in the north called Senator Ali Ndume.
Yeah.
He said, number one is the failure of the government that has made this insecurity situation to persist. Mm-hmm. I heard him by myself. He also said that if they are known terrorists and where they are, he said they should be killed.
Simple.
That's one lone voice.
See, let me tell you. You see, if what Ali Ndume has said is what some of these northern people are saying and continue to say, even these bandits will understand through Gumi. Gumi would have been sending that people are not supporting you. But Gumi, the emissary, will now go to this bandit and say, continue. People are protesting in your support. People are comfortable with you controlling our territory. The only one they're not comfortable with is Donald Trump coming into our territory to strike you. You know, see, these voices that are speaking, not recognizing that our territory today is occupied by bandits.
Philip, the problem I have is that most of the northern elite or elders that have spoken on the side of the fact that America, we don't want America. But they've not also professed solutions.
We don't want bandits.
We don't want bandits.
Yes.
Bandits. It's worrisome.
You see, it's even more worrisome that the elite has spoken in one direction. That is, we don't want an invasion. And whereas there is no plan to invade, but rather what the plan was to come and flush out the bandit. But what is more worrisome is that is the protest is talking about. This protest across northern states, what is the state government doing about them? You see, like the question you rightly put forward, is it that the government and the people of the north are comfortable with the bandit controlling their territory? Because those who suffer most are the common men who are protesting.
Yes.
Who is the sponsor of this protest? Why can't those people sponsor this protest to protest against the government to deal with the bandit?
Do something about the bandit.
Because the bandit has been with them for crying out loud for as long as we can remember. It just yesterday here, when I mean yesterday, not too long ago, his local government chairman in Katsina says enter into treaty with bandit to control their territory. What did the people do about it? Did they protest against the local government chairman signing off their legal rights? No. But for somebody who said, look, we are coming to free you, they all of a sudden they got people to sponsor them to protest against that. You see, it's a very, very worrisome. The one of the elite is understandable because they are profiting from it. What about the masses that are allowed themselves to be used against themselves?
Okay, for the issue until Americans spoke up, Turkey, that's Turkey, Iran, China, Russia, never spoke or have ever said anything against these bandits.
Because China is working together with the bandits, and China is an ally of anybody not ally of America. So in some form, once it's America, the other side, Russia, Iran, and ally. So they are going to speak up. These countries never said anything. They never talked about our women being killed, our men being killed, our women being raped, our children being bombed, no future being obliterated, the farmers being prevented from going their farm, travelers being prevented from traveling, and all that. They never spoke. These people that are protesting, I challenge them to protest. Protest to Gumi's house. Protest to where Gumi is. Tell Gumi that we hate seeing bandits destroy our territory. We hate seeing bandits come and prevent our farmers from going to farm. Tell them protest. It's not about protesting against Trump that hasn't come. Protest against bandits. I challenge all of them.
Let me also give you some information.
Yeah.
Most of the Chinese people we have in Nigeria, they don't live in the cities.
Yeah.
They live in where they can extract our solid minerals.
Where they can steal our minerals.
Our solid minerals. I can tell you in Kebbi, what's it called? Nasarawa here.
Yeah.
And they are being protected by these bandits.
And let me also tell you one thing people don't know. Donald Trump is carrying out the function of the president of the United States of America. If they establish there is terror anywhere in this globe, anywhere in the world, and they establish also that they have capacity to take that terror out, they are going to do it.
Because they have bases all around the world.
They are going to do it. So we should understand that in order to avoid making our country a battleground, there is the first option. The first option is for the government to perform. The first option is for government to secure our territory. The first option is for the government to not allow Nigeria be a terror breeding ground. When you allow your country to be a terror breeding ground, you are likely to be an enemy of too many civilized states, not even only America, even many other states. It is unlikely that Gumi, that has been banned from Saudi Arabia, will even be able to travel to America. It is unlikely that he will be able to travel to anywhere else. Imagine Saudi Arabia banning an Islamic cleric. The case is terrible. Let's be honest with ourselves.
Look at most of the things Americans do. Every country that are in collaboration with each other, they share intelligence. And I'm very sure, because in every embassy, you have the government of the United States of America, whether they are soldiers, whether they are civilians, I mean, they are all there. The same thing with our own government in Washington, where we have our embassy. This intelligence that they share, because that the guy that spoke for the America, I can't remember his name, Gesset or something.
Yeah, Peter Gesset. He
said something. He said, we know where these bandits are, where these terrorists are. And I'm also sure they must have shared this intelligence with our Nigerian government. How come it takes them, will I say time, or lackadaisical attitude to deal with these issues?
You see, the information is within the Nigerian government domain. There are so many evidence that shows that Nigerian government had the information, even by our former military personnel, officials. They have said it, that the list of the sponsor of the bandits are with the DSS. That what is lacking, it is the will of government to act. You understand? Why is it that the government lacked the will? Because they play politics with everything. They believe that those who are involved in sponsoring the bandit are those who can help them weigh influence and garner more vote from their area from their states and their region. Due to that reason, the government has failed to do something about that, and that's not the primary aim of government. It's just like the issue of Gumi. If the government mean to be real government, they should act on the core by the social organization, urging them to arrest Gumi today. If that is done, it shows that the government has taken steps. Like I said, it is nothing other than the government acting. And one of the acts they need to do to show to the community, international community, that they are doing so, especially for America, is arrest Gumi. Because if Gumi has so much information about the bandit, then Gumi can lead this government to end
Where
the
are.
bandit.
Now, Okafor, let's come to government once more. Government have not showed their readiness to prosecute even those that have been identified or arrested as either kidnappers, bandits. Nothing is being done to show as deterrent to other people so that they will desist from it.
Yeah.
Cases of 2013 is still not even established. From the police headquarters, we see bandits run away. Abhorring situations that we see in government. The government, what should they do?
You see, I think government should understand that there should be a common law for every person. You know, where is Sunday Igboho today?
Yeah.
People think it's even of a good thing, let me put it this way, that Sunday Igboho has an advantage by being in Germany. Maybe Sunday Igboho wanted to be in Ibadan. In some form, the law is also fractionally against him. While the worst case, Nnamdi Kanu is in detention. Then the other case, Gumi is carrying food to give to those who have taken over our territory, controlling our soil. So the people that should be in jail, the people that should be killed, if caught on the front line with arm, are enjoying. Whereas the people who actually never armed themselves, who were not seen with arm, are either in jail or on exile. It's not the best thing that Sunday Igboho is somewhere abroad where he should be in Nigeria. You understand me? Go and ask Reno Mokri, he will tell you what it will be to be locked out of Nigeria. You understand? It's not the best too, but you have those bombing us, those killing us, those preventing us from being able to travel, those taking over our territory such that we can't go there, those killing our soldiers, killing our personnel, those sabotaging us, our trained personnel, people's parents, people that were supposed to be our future generals, killing them. And we are sending a misery to them. We are protesting against those who wants to kill them. I don't understand Nigeria anymore. What is our problem? What's our national goal? So we are okay with bandits taking over our territory, killing people. We are okay with our farmers not being able to go to farm. Why have we not protested? Even today, it's still not late. I challenge us. When you finish anti-Donald Trump protest, please, can you please help us do anti-bandit protest?
I think the problem is not Nigeria. The problem is the problem is the Nigerian government. If you say Nigeria, the Nigerians are helpless. We have government in place that's supposed to take charge.
They are not helpless. They can speak.
So it is no. Yes, I agree. They can see like if they are protesting that America should not come to flush out bandits. They can also as well protect to pressurize government to flush out bandits by themselves. So the problem is the government.
Philip, you see, because most of the time we have to share these issues 50-50. The government is there, but who is the real government? The people are the real government. The people that have suffered from the hands of Boko Haram, kidnappers, and every other group that has joined violence.
And let me tell you, if people are not coming out to protest against Trump, people that never protested against bandits and are almost not ready to protest against bandits, you will not find out that the government is the representation of the people. You will not find out that government oftentimes, now I told you one time, any government, when you are a governor, you understand, you measure the temperature of your people.
Yes.
In taking decisions.
Yes. Your policies
it reflects their temperature.
Yes. If they don't want the policy, they put it. Well, we don't have much time, but these are matters that we'll keep talking about. Most of the time, we talk about it not because to change a regime, but we are the government. We bring the government to account. Yes. We'll be right back.